If we'd had a clinical striker and played like we did yesterday against Arsenal all season, we'd be in the title race. Fact. Before I go into a new slot I'm calling the good, the bad and the ugly, I just wanted to remind you that I work for Football App Analysis. Go check it out. It's where passionate and knowledgeable fans like me rate players, managers and write match reports. And here is how I rated the players. Go in the app to read it in all its glory. Right, now back onto the slot. Oh, and before I go on, please hit me a follow so you don't miss a thing. This is a growing football community and I can't do it without you. Right. The good, Alisson. So thankfully, he did well in not easy conditions for a goalie with all of that rain, let alone the attacking threat of Arsenal. He wasn't called on too much, but when he did, he wasn't called on too much, but when he was there. He stopped some long range shots in the first half and some late chances by Jesus. And some late chances. But when he stopped the shots. I think there was only 4 of them. Well done, champions. Conor Bradley. I'm starting to think he walks under loads of ladders and lets black cats cross his path. His luck is so bad. I cannot believe he's injured again. Conor, I really hope you're going to be okay and it'll be a speedy recovery. Let's hope it's not as bad as it looks. He was energetic. He stormed forward but was not caught out defensively. And him and Frimpong are really starting to form a great partnership, which is why he's going to be massively, massively missed when he's off injured. Konate, solid again, stuck to his role, kept Arsenal's attacking players at bay. And I love that he stuck up for Conor when Martinelli stupidly did what he did. I'll talk about that in a second. And he also did some really good passes. So more of that. Van Dijk, this was a captain's performance and I've been begging for that for quite a while. He kept the whole team organised, was composed and focused in difficult conditions and, had to deal with a very overly fiery Arsenal, quite frankly. Kirkez, best performance in a Liverpool shirt. He kept control of Saka for the majority of the match, even when Arsenal was targeting him and the space behind him when he bombed forward. He was aggressive, clinical in his blocking and the use of his body to deter Arsenal's attacks. He was even passed to by Cody Gakpo. Now that will be a collector's item, so make sure you mark down when that happened. And he was the man of the match for me. Now going on to the bad. McAllister. He was poor in the first half, lost the ball constantly. He got better in the latter stages. And then improved in the second. So clearly whatever was said to him in the dressing room worked. He then helped Ryan control the middle of the pitch and put in a defensive shift for everyone when we all know he'd much prefer to attack. And I've also put Arne in this section. So he got the game plan right for the first half. We strangled Arsenal and we kept them at bay. The entire team defended as a unit and we have really not seen that this season. And then in the second, he let the shackles come off and we were much more attacking. We had 65% possession at the Emirates. That's unheard of. However, not one shot on goal. And this is where I mark him down. So when we weren't getting the ball in the back of the net, yet we had most of the possession, most of the chances, although not great in the crossing department. I don't think one cross actually got to someone. He had Rio and Chiesa on the bench. He also had the option to bring on Andy and push Kirkez further up so him and Wirtz could form maybe a triangle with Gakpo if Gakpo was going to join in and play. More on him in a second. But he didn't. He didn't make those substitutions. He played it safe. The sooner Arne can feel confident that he's staying at Liverpool, the better. But obviously, more performances like yesterday will help that happen. Because he needs to take the shackles off this team. We need to start playing with more freedom. But a good night in the office for Arne. Just use the substitutions, man. Okay, and then I've put Frimpong in here, which is surprising. But for all of the excitement and the pace that he has to burn and the fact that he kept giving Arsenal the runaround, he really is currently lacking that final ball and making the right decisions at the right time. He could have gone for goal a couple of times and instead passed, but it didn't connect. His crosses really didn't get to anyone either. So I'm hoping with more confidence and more playing with the team and more forming of relationships, he's going to be an incredible player at Liverpool. And the ugly, Gakpo, poorest on the pitch, gave us nothing going forward and only looked slightly better in the start of the second half when he made that pass to Kirkos, which we should all note down as collector's item. We need Ekitike back like yesterday, and Gakpo is not the solution slot. He really isn't. I don't think he should even be a bench warmer for us. I've also got Szoboszlai in here. The longer I see Szoboszlai play in this hybrid stop the rot strategy that Slot's had going on for our unbeaten run, the 10 games, the more frustrated he looks. I know he had more shots than anyone else in the second half, but apart from that free kick that nearly went in, they were really poor shots. There were too many instances where he was like on his heels and then getting frustrated that no one passed to him. He's not moving into spaces like he normally does. And I just feel like a bit of a light has gone out in him. I think that's probably why the club has got him doing some media lately, because they can probably see it as well. In fact, check the video out on my YouTube where I mark when his performance started tanking. It's really interesting to see what happened and when it all started. It's a really worrying trend. And obviously, Martinelli, he should have been given a red for what he did to Cody. It was awful. I don't care. He at the moment thought he was... No, you do not drag a player. You err on the side of caution when it's somebody's health, and he should not have done what he did. And the fact that they've looked at it again and not given him a red post-match, Premier League, what you're doing. If someone could pull someone's hair and get 3 matches banned, and someone could do what he did to Connor and get nothing but a yellow card, bad. And we now have Konate suspended for a match because he got his 5th yellow, all because of that idiot. So anyway, that's my moan out of the way. Whew, feel better. Right, we move on from this, and I feel good. I feel good. Let me know what you think of all of these opinions and who you would put in good, bad, ugly, and I'll see you soon. Red Luca out.